Think you know how Pokémon battles work? Think again. Pokémon Legends ZA is here to shake up everything, even for longtime fans who have the type chart etched into their brains. But here's the twist most people aren't prepared for. This game doesn't just tweak old mechanics, it throws the traditional Pokémon battle system on its head and asks you to learn all over again. Curious? Let's dive into how ZA messes with the formula and why it might be the series. Boldest move yet. If you're new to Pokémon, you've probably heard about types. Fire beats grass, water beats fire, and so on. These matchups have always been the backbone of Pokémon battles, the foundation built long before you stress about stats or clever tactics. For over 2 decades, I've had it memorized perfectly. Yet, when I first played Pokémon Legends ZA, old habits led me straight into a rookie mistake. I sent out my Weedle against a Pidgeotto. Predictably, Weedle was wiped out in a single move. You might wonder, did I actually forget the rules? Not at all, but ZA's battle system is a complete game changer, and it caught me off guard. Legends ZA marks the second chapter in the Legends spin-off series, following in the footsteps of 2022's Pokémon Legends Arceus. While these titles are still rooted in the RPG tradition of the franchise, they tweak the formula in notable ways. Here's where it gets controversial. ZA takes the evolution even further, becoming the first mainline Pokémon RPG to swap turn-based combat for real-time battles. What does that mean exactly? In the classic Pokémon experience, battles feel a bit like chess, thoughtful, deliberate, and strategic. You can ponder your next move, swap Pokémon, predict your opponent's strategy, and only when you're ready, commit to your choice. Legends ZA? Forget the leisurely pace. Every action now happens in real time. Choosing your next move is as simple and as immediate as pressing a face button. There's no more waiting for both trainers to select moves each turn. It's all happening live, right in front of you. After decades of slow, tactical Pokémon duels, that's a radical leap. It forced me to think less like a turn-based tactician and more like someone playing a quick, reflex-based game, while still keeping those critical type matchups, abilities, and stats in mind. The result? An experience that demanded I retrain my instincts. I got to try this out early at a hands-on demo in Anaheim, just before the 2025 Pokémon World Championships. The session lasted about 20 minutes and was divided into 2 main challenges, each designed to highlight the game's new real-time battle system. First up, the ZA Royale mode, a nighttime gauntlet against trainers in Lunio City. Afterward, I faced off against a crazed rogue Mega Absol. Imagine a Pokémon boss fight that feels straight out of a classic action-adventure game. At first, I was overwhelmed, but something shifted as I kept playing. What felt chaotic and unfamiliar began to morph into an exciting new challenge, one that made me examine every move I made. Here's the part that might catch competitive fans off guard. Because battles happen in real time, each move has its own cooldown period. Gone are the days of spamming your favorite super effective attack repeatedly. Instead, you need to patch together strategies while you wait for moves to recharge. Even against minor opponents, I leaned on status moves like Growl, not just to weaken my enemy, but to buy precious seconds until my main attacks were ready again. This sort of move juggling is usually reserved for high-level play in older Pokémon games, not for early game scraps against harmless Bellsprouts. It left me thinking, what other moves would make sense in a team built for cooldown management? If Protect can give my Pokémon a moment of relief during item cooldowns or dangerous attacks, should I teach it to more of them, even when not playing competitively? Traditionally, I'd save moves like Protect for advanced team building, not for regular story progression. Is Legends ZA too harsh? Not really. Sure, Pidgeotto trounced my team, but it was also significantly higher leveled. Battles feel fair. It's just that they yank you out of your comfort zone, especially if you're used to cruising through the campaign on autopilot like I always did in past games. That's what's so invigorating. You're forced to re-examine the fundamentals. And then came the rogue Mega Absol fight. a wild Pokémon that mega evolves during battle. Here, you're not just managing your Pokémon's health, you're dodging attacks yourself, moving around the arena in real time, all while choosing moves and keeping track of cooldown timers. Yes, even healing items like potions have them. The kicker? When you land hits on the Mega Absol, it drops orbs of Mega Energy, which you have to collect on the field to power up your own Mega Evolution attack. It's a balancing act, but in a way that makes you feel like an active participant, not just a spectator. Did it feel frantic? Absolutely. But with a Lucario on hand, equipped with both powerful attacks and methods to mitigate Absol's damage, I quickly felt in control. This battle echoed the intensity of boss fights and action games, an experience that's brand new for Pokémon. The stakes were higher, the danger more immediate, and yet it was satisfyingly manageable once I adapted. So here's the million-dollar question. Will this need to think on your feet, to actively strategize during even basic battles, last beyond the demo? Or will veterans adapt so quickly that eventually it feels routine again? Personally, I hope the challenge endures, giving seasoned players fresh ways to flex their knowledge without slipping into old habits. Pokémon Legends ZA launches for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on October 16th. Whether you're an old fan or a newcomer, get ready for a whole new approach to battling. But what about you? Does the shift to real-time battles thrill you? Or does it feel like a betrayal of Pokémon's roots? Do you welcome the chance to rethink your strategies? Or do you prefer the chess-like elegance of the old games? Let's get a lively discussion going in the comments. Your opinion might just spark a battle of its own.